memory. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how old I was. I was a girl, probably before the age of 10. And I don't know if I remember this actually happening, or I remember the story of this happening. But my dad would put Benjamin up on the refrigerator and make him jump down to him and be like, trust me, you have to trust me. And so he would get in trouble if he wouldn't jump. So yesterday we were playing on this little stairs and Eleanor was up there, and I said, Eleanor, jump to me. And I have this like fun, this fun idea, because I remember it became a game later. Like, it was fun and I did trust my dad, and so, but that he forced my brother to do it, for my brother to prove that he trusted him. Like, he would make him do it as an exercise in trust, in establishing and maintaining trust. And he demanded, in some ways, that my brother trust him. And so Eleanor was standing there and I'm like, Eleanor, jump. And right when she gets the idea that she's actually gonna, that what I'm asking her to do and that she's gonna jump, she starts to shake. She's like, so she's like excited and scared. And I told her, I said, Eleanor, I will catch you. But I didn't put any pressure on her. I was just like, and then she jumped and I caught her. And I said, Eleanor, thank you for trusting me. And just the difference between the indoctrination of you will trust me and the relational of let me show you that you can trust me. And when you trust me, because I have proven that I'm worthy of your trust, then thank you for trusting me and for choosing to trust me instead of having to trust. I have another memory. My brother was super little and he had misplaced his coat or something. And my dad said, like, where's your coat? And he's like, I think it's over here. So they went over there. And when they got to that place and it wasn't there, my dad spanked him. And then he's like, where's your coat? And then my brother was like, I think it's over there. And he's like, okay, well, let's go look. And every time my brother said where he thought it was, they would go there and then he would get a spanking. And caveat, freaking parenting is the hardest thing in the world. When I became a parent, I was like, I wish that I could have been in a relationship with my dad as a parent, because I would have understood a lot more. I have so much more grace because I know that as parents, you really are just, you really are just like, how do I do this? But I remember like following, it was this like spectacle, like our whole family was just like following my dad around, and my brother went to one place and then got spanked, and then went to the next place and got hit, and then went to the next place and got hit. And then finally, like after like 5 or 6, my brother's just like, I don't even remember how he felt. I just remember the feeling of injustice of it. Like, what the fuck? Like in my head, like just how unfair it felt. Like, why is he getting spankings? He doesn't know. He's saying, And then my dad was like, all you needed to say was, I don't know. And I remember it just felt so petty. Like, wait. So you like went all around with him and made him hit him, and like you could have just taught him that before you did all the hitting. Like, it didn't make any sense to me then or still, And I feel bad because I feel like my brother took the brunt of. I mean, I know that that's like traditional. You know, the first kid does get a lot of the mistakes on them, and it sucks. But just like, I don't know, I just remember having this moment as a parent when I think about like the kind of the ways that people talk about God, and they're like, he's a loving father. And I think always of the prodigal son story and how they talked about he like ran to his son, and that was like a sign of indignity for him, and he did it anyways, and he forgave him. And I remember just being like, they talk about this as though it's so extraordinary, and I'm like, most parents feel this for their children. Like, it's not extraordinary. It's called being a parent. And I don't know, I just remember really resisting that narrative of like God being this extraordinarily loving and kind God because he forgave his child. And I remember just being like, duh. But so I was talking to my friend Willow about everything going on. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm this just came up like watching that one Unorthodox, and I am going to start talking a lot more specifically and directly about the spiritual abuse that I have experienced. Because, like you said, our family doesn't know me and they don't understand me. And the only way that I have a hope of them understanding me is if I tell my story. And my story, the reason I left the system of religion is because of the abuse, manipulation, and control that I experienced that was extraordinarily damaging to me. And I think is extraordinarily damaging to most of us. I'm not really quite sure how to start talking about it, but it's going to happen. Anyways, thanks for listening to my memory.